Lifestyle battle between Japan versus South Korea. Work culture. In its professional surroundings, South Korea has long possessed a strong hierarchical structure based on deference to those in authority and strict dress rules. The majority of that still remains, and it won't shift easily, but in recent years, millennials have started to challenge the status quo and introduce a more laid-back approach toward the workplace. Everything from dressing more casually to quitting corporate employment to pursue freelancing. Whereas in Japan they take professionalism seriously. Calling a coworker by their first name can be seen as impolite or even disrespectful in Japan. Especially if a person holds a higher place in the company. People frequently go to izakayas, popular Japanese-style bars, after work for drinks and dinner. It is very important to Japanese culture. Entertainment. South Korea currently remains at the top of the entertainment industry. With the popularity of K-pop music, K-dramas on television, and outstanding movies like Parasite, the first non-English language film to win the Best Picture at the Oscars, K-pop has become increasingly popular. South Koreans enjoy attending concerts, sporting events, and festivals, whether they are contemporary or traditional, as well as going to the movies to watch films from around the world. Before South Korean entertainment took over the world, Japanese entertainment shined bright, and it still does. Being the origin of things like Nintendo, manga, and anime, as well as the amazing Studio Ghibli movies. The influence of Japanese entertainment is undeniable, and audiences around the globe continue to adore it. In addition, many Japanese still appreciate traditional forms of entertainment like kabuki theater and enjoy visiting venues like karaoke parlors and game centers. Fashion. As K-pop and K-dramas have been wildly popular around the world, South Korea has recently been at the forefront of all things beauty and fashion. Today's typical South Korean clothing is heavily affected by Western society, and the country has even started to set fashion trends by posting pictures of its street style online. However, many people continue to dress traditionally for special occasions, such as the hanbok, which is worn by both men and women. In addition to South Korea, Japan also has a distinctive fashion culture. Although greatly affected by Western society, Japanese fashion has undoubtedly taken on a life of its own. Styles like Lolita, Kogel, Garo, and Gyaru have gained popularity not just in Japan but throughout the world. Just like in South Korea, in Japan, there are still a number of people who choose to dress in traditional attire, such as the kimono, which is worn by both men and women. Languages. Korean is the only official language of South Korea. Since Korean has no meaningful connections to any other language on earth, it is regarded as an isolated language. Despite the fact that Korean is the official language, the majority of persons under the age of 40 are fluent in English, and only a few are fluent in Japanese due to their occupation in the 20th century. Speaking of Japanese, people in Japan speak Japanese. Because it uses 3 alphabets, it is a complicated language. It's even possible to structure sentences using only verbs. Despite the fact that English is a requirement in schools, the overall level of English in the nation is reportedly low because students don't learn much in the way of conversation. Food. The social and political developments over the centuries have greatly altered South Korean cuisine. In Korean cuisine, rice, noodles, vegetables, and meat are staple ingredients. However, residents make amazing foods like bibimbap, soft tofu stew, tteokbokki, gopchang, kimbap, sundae, and of course kimchi using extraordinary ingredients like gochugaru, gochujang, doenjang, sesame oil, and soy sauce. Japanese food by comparison is reportedly the healthiest food in the world. Despite using many of the same basic components as South Korea, they have their own distinctive culinary style. Of course, you can find things like sushi and ramen in Japan. But there are other incredible dishes such as tonkatsu, yakiniku, donburi, natto, and many more. Sports. South Koreans are passionate football and baseball fans, but Taekwondo, a martial art that is now practiced all over the world, is their greatest contribution to the sports world. In addition, South Korea has a significant Olympic legacy, winning numerous medals, including approximately 129 gold. At the Olympics, South Koreans perform best at archery, taekwondo, and short track speed skating. Japanese people are also huge fans of baseball, but they love other sports like football, tennis, golf, and sumo wrestling as well. Japan is also the birthplace of many different schools of martial arts like judo and karate. With roughly 497 medals overall, 169 of which are thought to be gold, Japan is a strong competitor at the Olympics. They perform best in the sports of judo, wrestling, gymnastics, and swimming.